Hi everyone, I fixed the problem. So it turns out that without my knowledge, the game was actually last time in full screen windowed. And if a game is in window, then Crossfire doesn't work. And if you don't know what Crossfire is if you combine two AMD cards and use them simultaneously to give you a boost, well, that doesn't work in windowed mode for whatever reason. So one of my GPUs was not being used at all. But now it is, and you can see how wonderfully smooth it is, mostly. So yeah, loot, what the fuck is this? Elf food just lying on the floor. But yeah, this is gonna be good. Also, special shipment. Hi. Shield of it. Oh, is this alright, I did get some stuff with my special edition. Oh, this is great. This is a very good sword. Yeah, I'll take it. Armor. Oh, hello. Why don't you just look fancy? Did I equip it? I did. Do I have no helmet? No, apparently not. Did I get any accessories? I did. Amulet of martial determination. Thank you. Upgrades? No. Oh my, did I just look pretty? Love it. I'm so glad that it works now, I must say. Vain hope. Someone better at this than me takes. Someone better at this than me takes over before the survivor expires. Notes in case. What? Day 1. Clammy. Swallow breathing. Pulse over fast. Not responsive. Pupils dilated. Mates say his scarring mark is thrumming with unknown magic. Wish he could station a temple in here just in case. Ugh. Right, anything else? Oh, I look so sassy. Love it. Hello. Are you my personal guard? They're saluting me. Anything of note in here? No.
That's him. That's the Herald of Andraste.
The what now?
Came out of the Fade. Andraste herself was watching over him.
Hush.
Oh my. Okay. Bye. I guess I'm the Herald of Andraste.
That's him. He stopped the breach from getting any bigger.
Everyone's like all reverent and shit. Yeah, I'm a big
Why
shot.
did Lady Cassandra have him in chains? I thought Seekers knew everything.
Well,
Chancellor
sometimes.
Roderick says that the Chantry wants nothing to do with us.
That isn't Chancellor Roderick's decision, sister.
True. So what have we here? Nice chantry. Ooh, read! A chant for the departed. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. As the moth sees light and goes toward flame, she should see fire and go toward light. The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death. For the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her sword. So that's what that old lady was chanting in the original game. The study of the Fate is as old as humankind. For so long as men have dreamed, we have walked its twisting paths, sometimes catching a glimpse of the city at its heart, always as close as our own thoughts, but impossibly separated from our world. The Tevinter Imperium once spent vast fortunes of gold, lyrium, and human slaves in an effort to map the terrain of the Fate, an ultimately futile endeavor. Although portions of it belong to powerful spirits, all of the Fate is in constant flux. The Imperium succeeded in finding the disparate and ever-shifting realms of a dozen demon lords, as well as cataloging a few hundred types of spirits before they were forced to abandon the project. The relationship of dreamers to the Fate is complex. Even when entering the Fate through the use of lyrium, mortals are not able to control or affect it. The spirits who dwell there, however, can, and as the Chantry teaches us, as the Chantry teaches us, the great flaw of the spirit is that they have neither imagination nor ambition. They create what they see through their sleeping visitors, building elaborate copies of our city, people, and events, which, like the reflections in a mirror, ultimately lack context of or life of their own. Even the most powerful demons merely plagiarize the worst thoughts and fears of mortals and build up realms with no other ambition than to taste life. Cool. Very cool. Thank you. There's a door. Let's go inside the door. Hello, anything in here? No? Whoa, okay, maybe I should not be here. Maybe I should. Let's go around, look. So, I'm already a big shot. I'm not really too happy with that. Brilliant staff and balanced hunting bow. I don't really need either. Daily's toy soldier. Chantry hierarchy. The divine is the titular head of the Chantry. Although since the schism split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction and split the Imperial Chantry into its own faction, there are now in fact two divines at one time. One divine, informally called the White Divine, is a woman housed in the Grand Cathedral in Valrio. The other, known as Black Divine, is a man housed in the Argent Spire in Min Raffles. Neither divine recognizes the existence of the other, and the informal names are considered sacrilegious, no matter the gender. A divine is addressed as Most Holy or Your Perfection. Beneath the rank of divine is the Grand Cleric. Each Grand Cleric presides over numerous chantries and represents the highest religious authority for their region. They travel to Valrio when the College of Clerics convenes, but otherwise remain where they are assigned. All Grand Clerics are addressed as Your Grace. Beneath the Grand Cleric is the Mother, or in the Imperial Chantry, the Father. If a mother is in charge of a particular chantry, revered is appended to a title. These are the priests responsible for administering to the spiritual well-being of their flock. A mother or revered mother is addressed as Your Reference. Brothers and sisters from the rank and file of the chantry Brothers and sisters form the rank and file of the chantry and consist of three main groups: affirmed, initiates, and clerics. Affirmed are the lay brethren of the chantry. These regular folk who have turned to chantry for succor. Often they are people who have led a difficult life or a religious life and have chosen to go into seclusion, or even orphans and similar unfortunates who were raised into the chantry life. The affirmed take care of the chantry and are in turn afforded a life of quiet contemplation. No questions asked. Only those folk who take vows become initiates. These are men and women in training, whether in academic knowledge or the martial arts of a warrior. All initiates receive an academic education, although only those who seek to become Templars learn how to fight in addition. Clerics are the true academics of the chantry. Those men and women who have dedicated themselves to the pursuit of knowledge. They are often found in chantry archives, Sages presiding over the libraries of books and arcane knowledge. The most senior of these clerics placed in charge of such archives are often given the title Elder, although such a rank is still beneath that of although such a rank is still beneath that of Mother. All other brothers and sisters are addressed simply by noting their title before their name, such as Brother Genitivi. Okay, interesting. Okay, so Liliana wasn't affirmed when she was in the chantry. She was not initiated or anything. She was just an affirmed. Cool. Whoa, come on. Place your fingers correctly, Oliver. Founding of the chantry. Also, one thing is that, okay, I didn't actually know that the Imperial Church, I didn't know there were different churches actually. I didn't know that the Imperial was the one with the male leaders, like the fathers. I thought the that means that Haven, was it New Haven or just Haven? Anyway, Haven in Dragon Age Origins had a father, you know, revered father instead of revered mother. I just thought that was supposed to illustrate that it was not it didn't follow the normal chantry. But as it turns out, apparently just means that it's more of an imperial form of the church. Actually, it's a bit of a combination, isn't it? Because the imperial church, I think, does not worship Andraste, and the normal, well, our chantry does, and that's why they have female revered, because Andraste was a female, and before Andraste were just males. But that means that on one hand, the ones in Haven, they worshipped Andraste, but still had the male reverend, like in the old imperial chantry. I don't know, I just think that's interesting. Anyway, sorry for boring you. Cordelius Draken, king of the city-state of Ohhh, was a man of uncommon ambition. In the year -15 ancient, the young king began construction of a great temple dedicated to the Maker, and declared that by its completion he would not only have united the warring city-states of the south, he would have brought Andrastian belief to the world. In -3 ancient, the temple was completed. There, in its heart, Drakon knelt before the eternal flame of Andraste and was crowned ruler of the Empire of Ohhh. His first act as emperor, to declare the chantry as the established Andrastian religion of the Empire. Okay, so the Andrastian chantry was established in Ohhh. It took 3 years and several hundred votes before Olesa of Montismart was elected to lead the new chantry. Upon her coronation as divine, she took the name Justina, in honor of the disciple who recorded Andraste's song. In that moment, the ancient era ended and the divine age began. Interesting. I actually kind of like I like religious and Christian-esque religions in fiction very much. I think those things are very interesting, and I should actually really have read up on that stuff in Origins and Dragon Age 2, but I never got around to it. I cannot open this cell, which is a shame. I do not have the keys for any of these. Well, I guess I'm going back up then. Also expect this to be a very long playthrough, because I want to do mostly everything. I know that's a ton of side quests. I know. And everyone just like, please just get out of the hinterlands. I don't know where I am yet, but people are like, yeah, the hinterlands, just get out of them. But I
should be taken to Val Royo immediately to be tried by whomever becomes divine.
I do not believe he is guilty.
The prisoner failed, Seeker. The breach
What?
is in the task.
Oh shit.
You know he intended it this way.
I do not believe that. serve the principles on which the Chantry was founded, Chancellor, as is yours.
Hey, you tell him. And what was I saying? Yeah, I kind of want to do everything, even if it's like totally boring fetch quests, because even that's gonna give me gold, right? And it'll help me with stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I'll probably title them something like Pointless Side Quest Part 1. I don't know. The Maker. There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or for sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker rang out the first word, and his word became all that might be. Dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. And from it made his firstborn. And he said to them, in my image I forged you. To you I give dominion over all that exists. By your will may all things be done. Then, in the center of heaven, he called forth a city with towers of gold, streets with music for cobblestones, banners which flew without wind. There he dwelled, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. The children of the Maker gathered before his golden throne and sang hymns of praise unending. But their songs were the songs of the cobblestones. They shone with the golden light reflected from the Maker's throne. They held forth the banners that flew on their own. And the voice of the Maker shook the fate, saying, in my image I have wrought my firstborn. You have been given dominion over all that exists. By your will all things are done, yet you do nothing. The realm I have given you is formless, ever changing. And he knew he had wrought amiss. So the Maker turned from his firstborn and took from the Fade a measure of his living flesh and placed it apart from the spirits and spoke to it, saying, here I decree opposition in all things, for earth, sky, for winter, summer, for darkness, light. By my will alone is balance sundered, and the world given new life. And no longer was it formless, ever changing, but held fast, immutable. With words for heaven and for earth, sea and sky, at last did the Maker from the living world make men, immutable as the substance of the earth, with souls made of dream and idea, hope and fear, endless possibilities. Then the Maker said, to you, my second-born, I grant this gift. In your heart shall burn an unquenchable flame, all-consuming and never satisfied. From the Fade I crafted you, and to the Fade you shall return, each night in dreams, that you may always remember me. And then the Maker sealed the gates of the golden city, and there he dwelt, waiting to see the wonders his children would create. Cool. I'm interested to see whether or not there's any like truth to all this Maker stuff, or if it's just sort of sidestep the question. Oh, hi, Minaive. Hi.
I believe Seeker Pentagast was looking for you.
Okay. Pentagast.
We will study that.
Wait, what? What did I do? Oh no. The children of Andraste. There are many misconceptions regarding Andraste's bloodline, monsieur. This is due, I should think, to a general lack of knowledge regarding Andraste's mortal life. Understandable, considering the many cults that arose following her death. Everyone sought to claim Our Lady for their own culture and claim some aspect of her existence was a lie. All of them complete fabrications. My order has been considerable research to ascertain. My order has been considerable research to ascertain the truth. We all know Andraste and the betrayer raised 5 children. The eldest 3 were sons, Isarath, Everon, and Verald. The rule of what was once southern Tevinter was split among them. Isarath was given the west, what is today Ohhh. Everon was given the east, what is today the Three Marches. Verald was given the central Planacine, what is today Navarra. What became of these men and their legacies is the stuff of legend, and the majority of claimants to Andraste's bloodline linked back to one of them. None of the 3 sons, however, were born of Andraste. They were born of the betrayer's concubine, Gillivan. People choose to overlook the fact that Andraste came from the Alamari tribesmen and that they were barbarians, not the Feraldans we know today. They were savage warriors who took concubines in addition to their wives, and because Andraste was thought to be too weak to bear children, the betrayer took Gillivan to provide him heirs, which she did. After her death, the sons were raised as Andraste's own. Later in life, Andraste proved predictions wrong and had 2 daughters by the betrayer, Ebris and Vivial. They were kept out of the public eye and not permitted to marry, though both had consorts. Ebris had but 1 child, Alivamar, who perished on the voyage to Denrim, less than a month after her mother fell to the plague and without children of her own. The younger daughter, Vivial, was more controversial, a strong-headed woman who defied her family by falling in love with the mate of Tevinter, Regulan. Vivial and Regulan went into self-imposed exile as the exalted marches began, and into hiding following Andraste's betrayal and murder. What became of Vivial and her descendants is largely unknown for one primary reason. She had only daughters. Each of those daughters only had daughters. They married into other families and took other names. And in the chaos of the Second Blight, all traces of survivors were lost. Andraste's true bloodline, if it exists, lies solely in the descendant of Vivial, and the suspicion of my order is that it produces only daughters. Thus the claims of your young man, Monsieur, are highly suspect. From a letter by Sister Galina of the blah blah blah. Okay, that's interesting. Now we know a little bit more about Andraste. Right. Whew. Brace yourself. Right, I'm used to being able to like click on it and he'll go towards it, but I guess I have to use both hands for this.
Chain him! I want him prepared for travel to the capital for trial.
Yeah.
Disregard that and leave us.
You walk a dangerous line, Seeker.
The breach is stable, but it is still a threat. I will not ignore it.
Don't I look fancy in my new armor? I did what I could. I'm still a suspect. You want my help. Again. You want my help. Again.
Let me guess. You need my help.
You have done plenty. Your actions will be taken into account by the new Divine.
Have a care, Chancellor. The breach is not the only threat we face.
Someone was behind
Hey,
the
Liliana.
Someone most holy did not expect. Perhaps they died with the others, or have allies who yet live.
I am a suspect,
You
Why not?
and many others.
but not the prisoner.
I heard the voices in the temple. The Divine called to him for help.
So his survival, that thing on his hand, all a coincidence.
Providence.
Where have
The
I
Maker sent
heard
him to
his
us in our
voice
darkest
before?
hour.
Oh, I think you are. What more do you want? Are you serious? Blessed be the Maker.
You can't honestly believe I'm any kind of chosen one.
We are all subject to the will of the Maker, whether we wish it or not. No matter what you are or what you believe, you are exactly what we needed when we needed it.
The breach remains, and your mark is still our only hope of closing it.
This is not for you to decide.
Hey yo.
You know what this is, Chancellor? A
The
writ
Bible.
from the divine, granting us the authority to act. As of this moment, I declare the Inquisition reborn.
Hell yeah.
We will close the breach, we will find those responsible, and we will restore order with or without your approval.
Bitch, please take that, you son of a bitch.
This is the Divine's directive. Rebuild the Inquisition of old.
Oh, you're so
Find
fucking
those
great,
who
Liliana.
fight against the chaos. We aren't ready. We have no leader, no numbers, and now no Chantry support.
But we have no choice. We must act now, with you at our side.
The Inquisition of old. Yeah, I have never heard of any Inquisition. Unless you mean the Exalted Marches.
What is the Inquisition of old, exactly?
It preceded the Chantry. People who banded together to restore order in a world gone mad.
After, they laid down their banner and formed the Templar Order, but the Templars have lost their way.
Yeah.
We need those who can do what must be done, united under a single banner once more.
What about the Chantry?
But aren't you still part of the Chantry?
Is that what you see?
The Chantry will take time to find a new divine, and then it will wait for her direction.
But we cannot wait. So many Grand Clerics died at the Conclave.
Oof.
No, we are on our own.
And you would accept,
Perhaps forever.
you would expect a wow. You would expect a Grand Cleric to be the only candidates to be named divines, right? So if a lot of them died, they have less candidates, and it'll be more difficult, or maybe even easier. Would it be easier? Less candidates, less discussion, but still, if a lot of them died, they had to find more. You want a holy war?
You're trying to start a holy war.
Yeah, the Crusades.
We are already at war. You
Well,
are
good point.
already involved. Its mark is upon you.
Yeah.
As to whether the war is holy, that depends on what we discover.
Fair enough.
What if I refuse?
You can go if you wish.
You should know that while some believe you chosen, many still think you guilty.
Yeah,
The Inquisition can only protect you if you are with us.
that's a good
We can
point.
also help you.
It will not be easy if you stay. But you cannot pretend this has not changed you.
You're right. I got this badass armor. This is rather strange. Right, Galahad, what would you say? What would I say? I don't really have to stick to the role playing, I think, too much. I agree. For now. I miss the old, like, humor. Diplomatic. Aggressive. This is just like, pick either one. I know that there was pictures to other places, but there's just not a lot here. Right. I want to help.
If you're truly trying to restore order,
That is the plan.
Help us fix this before it's too late.
I will help you. You know, considering I actually have this green power stuff, I wonder if I can use like combination of magic and that. Why am I in new armor? Wait, is that me? That is me, right? Cool. Is that... Hello. Why is he still bare-chested in the fucking winter in the mountains? And isn't he cold? Ah, Varric. I love ya. Ooh, very pretty. You know, you look pretty dumb with that giant verb thing on your back. Well, there I am. Oh, we're different people. Okay, thank God. Cool. Dragon Age. Inquisition. The rise to power from the previous game is kind of missing, which is a little bit sad, but I guess they don't want us to go through all of it again. Also, let me just check if my armor is still, not armor, but my stuff is still good. Yeah, I'll just put all my, well, not really all, because I only have that one thing. Right. What the hell is all of this? Merchant, those are merchant, those are blacksmith. Those are blacksmith, it looks like alchemy. Varric, Solus, Quartermaster. And those are like a quest board. Whee, I can jump. I love the fact that I can jump, you have no idea. Hey, Solus.
The chosen of Andraste.
Mm-hmm.
A blessed hero sent to save us all.
Sounds dashing.
Am I riding in on a shining steed?
I would have suggested a griffon, but sadly they're extinct. Joke as you will, posturing is necessary.
Yeah, I guess.
I've journeyed deep into the Fade in ancient ruins and battlefields to see the dreams of lost civilizations. I've watched as hosts of spirits clash to reenact the bloody past in ancient wars both famous and forgotten. Every great war has its heroes. I'm just curious what kind you'll be.
A smart and happy hero. Unstoppable. This guy, he reminds me a little bit of that one elven innkeeper from Dragon Age Origins. You know, the one that was bald. I'm wondering if he has any if his baldness is any indication of anything. Also, I wonder if you can see my mouse actually. I'm not sure if you can. I hope you can. You study ancient ruins.
What do you mean, ruins and battlefields?
Any building strong enough to withstand the rigors of time has a history. Every battlefield is steeped in death.
Oh yeah.
Both attract spirits. They press against the veil, weakening the barrier between our worlds. When I dream in such places, I go deep into the Fade. I can find memories no other living being has ever seen.
How can you sleep there?
You fall asleep in the middle of ancient ruins. Isn't that dangerous?
I do set wards. And if you leave food out for the giant spiders, they are usually content to live and let live.
That's impressive.
I've never heard of anyone going so far into the Fade. That's extraordinary.
Thank you. It's not a common field of study for obvious reasons. Not so flashy as throwing fire or lightning. The thrill of
I like
finding
flashy.
remnants of a 1,000-year-old dream? I would not trade it for anything.
You're like an
I will stay.
archaeologist.
At least until the breach has been closed.
Was that in doubt?
I am an apostate surrounded by Chantry forces in the middle of a mage rebellion.
Good point.
Cassandra has been accommodating, but you understand my caution.
Your fears don't matter. We have bigger problem. I think Cass will protect you. She's good at heart.
Cassandra trusts you. She won't let anyone put you into a circle against your will.
Thank you. I appreciate the thought. But now let us hope either the mages or the Templars have the power to seal the breach.
Anything else?
Closing the breach is our primary goal.
Okay,
But I hope we might also discover what was used to create it.
that would be nice. Wait, wait, wait. Wait. Where's Varric? I think he was around here. There he is. Who are
Cedric said the blankets
you?
weren't worth selling.
Oh, you are the...
No, my lord, I don't know where the other nobles are. I suggest you ask Ambassador Montillier. Oh, you're him.
I'm him, yeah.
Friend. Inquisition quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this.
This is weird.
If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you.
I would have preferred if they'd done it like back in Origins with over the soldier thing. Or the soldier thing, or even like first person. Focus on them.
What do you do here?
I make sure the Inquisition troops have food in their bellies and iron in their hands. Both are important. Lots of people expecting us to be heroes, marching all day to fight the demons. Turns out heroes need to dig latrines just like everyone else.
How does someone end up as quartermaster for the Inquisition?
I served for Eldon under Ten Loghain MacTier.
Oh.
Best commanding officer this world has ever seen. After they all turned on him at Denerim, though, there wasn't much use for people who held that opinion.
Oh.
Queen Honora offered my services to the Inquisition. It was a kindness. She knew I supported her father and got me away from the political garbage.
Oh, I wonder if yeah, what would have happened if Queen Honora had not been queen? Actually, just FYI, I don't know if I said this last time, but my warrior, my warden was a human male noble, and I got him to marry Honora. So yeah, Loghain was a traitor.
Loghain MacTier betrayed the Grey Wardens and his king.
Were you there at Ostagar?
I was.
I was. King Kaelan overextended his position, and the Grey Wardens were too late lighting the signal.
Too late.
Following the original plan would have gotten everyone killed. Ten Loghain made the right decision. I apologize. Sister Liliana told me I shouldn't talk about this. Just forget it.
Tell me about the requisitions.
What did you mean when you mentioned requisitions?
Requisitions.
The Inquisition run with what we have, but we're not a real army. We're stretched thin on materials, so I've put up a requisition list for anything.
Oh, I know what that is.
Take a look. You find some iron and a good logging site. Maybe Harrick can get our troops better weapons.
How do I fill special orders?
If I have material for a special order, do I bring it to you?
Just take it over there. One of my boys will take the materials or jot down what you found.
Cool.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
Have a nice day. Inquisition weapons. Cool.
Thanks for checking anyway.
Loot. Come on, come on. Varric, my friend, how you doing?
So, now that Cassandra's out of earshot, are you holding up all right? I mean, you go from being the most wanted criminal in Thedas to joining the armies of the faithful. Most people would have spread that out over more than one day.
Right, be emotional. I think I'm going to be like, okay, this guy was a nobleman, he hasn't experienced that much. I think I will let him grow a little bit so that in the start he's very easily getting emotional, and later on he'll like grow into his duty.
I'd
don't even want to think about how many lives were lost on that mountaintop.
A lot of good men and women didn't make it out of there. For days now, we've been staring at the breach, watching demons and Maker knows what fall out of it. Bad for morale would be an understatement. I still can't believe anyone was in there and lived.
Why did you stay?
If it was that bad, why did you stay? Cassandra said you were free to go.
I like to think I'm as selfish and irresponsible as the next guy, but this... Thousands of people died on that mountain. I was almost one of them. And now there's a hole in the sky. Even I can't walk away and just leave that to sort itself out.
I was fortunate.
It's pure luck that I escaped.
Good luck or bad? You might want to consider running at the first opportunity. I've written enough tragedies to recognize where this is going. Heroes are everywhere. I've seen that. But the hole in the sky, that's beyond heroes. We're going to need a miracle.
Okay. Wait, requisition for weapons? No. Let's go over here. Wait, shouldn't it show up on the... Oh, there you go.
The golden city, the center of all creation, and for a time you dwelled among them.
I should actually go take a look at the file afterwards, because sometimes the frame rate on the file does fluctuate between like 62 and 58, and it goes like up and down on that. So I don't know if it's stuttering a little bit or not. But my own frame rate is butter smooth at 60.
If the Inquisition wants to field a decent cavalry, it needs better horses.
Whoa. Hey Harriet.
Expected you be by. I'm Harriet.
Why does it...
Everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
You didn't really make me this though.
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits.
We are
My
not.
gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work. Something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Investigate. What can you make here?
What can you and your
Oh, I
team
miss
make?
Wade. I
Arms
want
and
Wade
armor.
back.
We work iron to blighted dragon bone if you've got it. Our designs are simple, but they get the job done. You want something fancy? Bring your own design. We'll see what we can do.
How did you come to be here?
Come from a little town called Lothering.
You're from Lothering.
I
Wow.
was in Redcliffe when the Darkspawn hit it during the Blight. Helped rebuild. Left when royalty decided it was time to hand the place over to the bloody mages.
Wait, what?
Ended up here. Just missed the boom. Can't decide if I'm the luckiest son of a bitch walking or the exact opposite.
Worrisome.
Whichever you are, I hope the streak is broken.
A man can dream.
What's your story?
How did you come to be here?
Did I already ask
Long
that?
story. Not worth telling twice.
Oh. Oh, I guess I already... Yeah, I did. Well, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Who outfits the Inquisition soldiers?
Not me. I've got work to do. Can't be passing a sword to every blighter who signs up. If you want to help the troops, talk to Thren, the
Yeah.
master. She'll set up requisitions.
Why do you need my
Does
materials?
the Inquisition not have supplies to make armor or weapons?
Tough convincing traders to haul up here.
Good point.
Impossible to get them to risk the rare stuff, so that's on you.
Can you improve my equipment?
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Wait, what? How does that work?
If I want something, what can you make?
Start simple. Something to keep you safe.
Defender mail.
Take a look at it on the table there and we can talk. You'll need materials. We should have what you want just outside.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Bye.
Right.
Oh, I miss weight. Modify stuff. To craft new weapon armor, a weapon you need a schematic and enough. You need a schematic and enough materials. The schematic determines the appearance and potential power of the crafted item. Okay.
You need something? Let me know.
Buy, sell. Where can I sell? Oh, there it is. Defender code. I don't really need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. Don't need it. I have iron. I have some stuff. Don't know what these are for. I'm gonna keep them for now. Right. Defender mail. Okay, what do I need? Each crafting schematic has one or more slots. Each slot accepts a specific number of materials of either metal, cloth, or leather. Fill all available slots to craft an item. Crafting. There are 5 different types of crafting slots: utility, offense, defense, damage, and armor. The type of slots determines the stat that will be generated from the material placed in it. For example, placing iron in the defense slots gives a bonus to melee defense, while putting it in the utility slots gives a bonus to strength. Experiment. I hope it shows what I get. Oh, cool. I'm gonna leave this for now, though.
You need something?
Right. For now, I'm gonna end it here. Thanks, guys, for what? Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.